Hey y'all, it's Heel Heat time.
Hi everybody and welcome to Heel Heat. My name is George Coles, and on this episode we're going to do the top 10 of 2000, or not top 10, but the best of 2019. I have another show that I'm thinking of that's probably going to come out in a few days from now, that we're probably going to record here soon. So anyway, I digress. Let's get this started right away. The breakout star of the year for 2019, Orange Cassidy. Now, for a lot of people, they knew him. He's been around the indies for quite a while. But this was the year he really broke out on a mainstream level. Went from when the day of Double or Nothing, I had a friend messaging me going, "Who's Orange Cassidy?" to pretty much he's one of the biggest stars in AEW right now. So, to me, on a major level, he had the breakout of the year. Next up, we're going to have the women's wrestler of the year. And that I'm going to give this one to Callihan for two reasons. A, she carried the Women of Honor division basically the entire year. And she carried it with grace. Even at a time where Ring of Honor was doing her very wrong, she continued to hold up and be a stellar beacon, a shining star, an absolute class act in the face of adversity. So for that, I give Callihan Women's Wrestler of the Year. The promotion of the year, a lot of people are going to expect me to say AEW, which had a really good year, some ups, some downs, some really good shows. But to me, the one that I wasn't expecting to say, the NWA. NWA Power has been a breath of fresh air into professional wrestling. It's something that I didn't even realize that I was missing in professional wrestling. The old school feel, the studio wrestling feel that I hadn't seen since I was a kid. And to me, that's what set apart. I knew kind of what I was going to get with AEW, and don't get me wrong, I love AEW. I love New Japan. I love a lot of promotions. But to me, for what it is, the NWA is the promotion of the year for me. Next up, the story of the year. To me, Bray Wyatt. I mean, his transformation into the Fiend, the Firefly Funhouse. He went from a guy that was considered an also-ran to now the Universal Champion. He's a guy that I really thought they would never get right, and it seems to me, knock on wood, that Bray is finally on track and finally where we all knew he could be years ago. Next up, our Feud of the year. This one's going to surprise a lot of people. Coming from Impact Wrestling, Sami, Callihan, and Tessa Blanchard. I rather enjoy this. I think it's really good. I think it's going to lead to the first women's world champion in a televised company. And I really enjoy what's going on with it. I like how Tessa stands up to Sami. I like that Sami doesn't treat her necessarily as a woman at times. It's a really good story by two really gifted storytellers. And to me, that's what wrestling's all about, is the story and the people telling it. And they both knocked it out of the park this year. Next up, the tag team of the year. I'm giving this one to the Gorillas of Destiny. I think they've been IWGP champions pretty much since February. I don't think they've lost it at all this year, other, than before they had it. And they were Ring of Honor champions for a short while. They were never openweight 6-man champions for a while. They helped carry the Bullet Club after the Elite left and pretty much stripped a bunch of members out of the Bullet Club. And, say what you will say, the Bullet Club is strong. They've been strong all year, and it's based off the backs of what the Gorillas of Destiny are doing. I think they're for this year, they're the top tag team of the world. Now, someone like the Young Bucks or the Lucha Brothers, I kind of have to take and give them a little bit of a negative because they didn't wrestle consistently all year. So I had to take that into account. And they, even though they're great tag teams, they didn't quite match up to the output the Guerrillas of Destiny did. Now, the match of the year, no shock to anybody that knows me, Cody Rhodes versus Dustin Rhodes from Double or Nothing. I was there. I grew up as a huge Dusty Rhodes fan. I've loved Cody Rhodes ever since his first incarnation as a Natural. Even going back to probably the mid 80s, 86, 87. I don't get me wrong. I don't want to quote. I'm not exactly right. When he was first brought in as Dusty's son, and everything since then, I've loved that Dustin's done. I've loved the Gold Dust gimmick. Yeah, there were some hiccups. Seven, the Black Rain character, unfortunately not his best. But to me, he's one of the most underrated wrestlers of all time. And Cody Rhodes, what can I say about Cody that I haven't already? I think Cody is the top of the food chain in wrestling right now. I think as far as match quality, guy on the mic, everything about its storytelling, I think Cody is the top of the food chain. And to have those two, with everything it means, big brother versus little brother, this generation versus the last generation, which one of the Rhodes boys is the better wrestler, and how much emotion was put into that match. I've said it before on here, and I've said it on a podcast, Live from the Armory podcast. I cried. I was crying at the arena at the end of this match. There was so much emotion into it. It was such a beautiful experience. And then when I looked around, so was 90% of the crowd. I mean, it was just that good of a match and that good of a show. Now, coming off of that, our last award, our last Best of the Year category, Best Male Wrestler of the Year. And this year, I'm going to give it to Will Osprey. I think that Will Osprey has stepped up and he's taken the role that Kenny Omega once had in New Japan as being the top foreign talent. I think he's exceeded expectations for him. I think he's blown out of the water everything he could do. We've always known he's been a great wrestler. This year he took the extra steps to put himself in the upper echelon. To me, I think it's just a matter of time before he's the IWGP champion. I loved everything Will did this year. I think he's had a fantastic year. One of the best years of anybody in recent memory, in my opinion. So to me, Will Osprey is the Wrestler of the Year. Now, as we go on this, I want to give a shout out to IWE, our Patreon supporter. If you want to check us out, there'll be a link down here in the comments for that. If you wanted to support us on Patreon as well. Also, I wanted to mention, this being the end of the year show, the end of 2019. It's been a great year in wrestling. It really has. And I appreciate everybody that's tuned in, that's watched any of my videos all year. Watch this video, whether it's the first video you watched or you're subscribed and you watch every videos. I appreciate each and every one of you. I want to say thank you for another year, another great year of wrestling, another year of my show, of my YouTube channel. I don't know what 2020 holds for us. It's going to be another exciting year, hopefully. Hopefully we're not at the bubble and the bubble doesn't burst for pro wrestling. I hope it just keeps growing better and better. With all that being said, I want to wish everybody a happy holidays, no matter what you celebrate, whether you celebrate Diwali, Kwanzaa, Christmas, Hanukkah, anything you celebrate, Festivus. I wish you the happiest of holidays with your family and friends from us here at Heel Heat. Thank you again for all the support I've gotten over the years. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for watching this video. And if you think, if you have different ideas, who do you think? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Do you agree with everybody I gave? Do you have different awards you would have given? I'd like to hear your opinions. Let me know down here. Hit me up. Let me know. But with that being said, have a happy and safe holidays. Have a happy new year. My name is George Coles, and this has been a Heel Heat Best of 2019.